back to Arsenic Culture, where beer don't count, but bad decisions do. I'm Matt.
I'm Jason.
I'm Kendra.
And Kendra, what is your favorite beverage from South America?
Rum.
Is that South? That's not. That's like more like.
wait.
More like Caribbean, I think.
South America.
I'm totally fucking with you. I don't think you
have a
can
clue.
pick anything else.
Oh, okay.
I was like, don't ask me.
I'm
don't
waiting
ask
for her to
me.
say something.
I'm like, I missed school that day.
I missed beer school that day too.
Yeah, I can't think of many things that like originate in South America.
I don't know.
Right? We got something
Maybe
here.
that shit that you chew up and spit out.
Chicha,
Maybe
yeah,
that's
even
it.
chicha I think comes from South. You know what chicha is?
No.
It's where you take corn and you chew it up and then you spit it into like a bowl and then you let that ferment and then you drink it later.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, do you want
No,
some?
that's disgusting.
We're
No.
not doing that today.
No.
Today we're doing Pisco. This
Has
is
it been spit out by something?
This has not been spit out by anybody, but this is a South American originated brandy-ish kind of thing. Kind of a regional thing, like a lot of regional beverages like champagne or cognac or something like that. But yeah, this is for the spill. We're just gonna do just kind of like I love doing like history of like obscure spirits and stuff. And this is
I've never heard of
it. I hadn't either. I love walking through the store and just finding random shit and being like, oh, wonder what the history is on that. And then I look it up and like, oh, that's kind of neat. Yeah, this one actually goes back quite a ways.
Yeah, I mean, there's two different types. See what, Peruvian and Chilean? I guess.
Yeah.
Where's
So
this one from?
This is Peruvian. So this is
Okay.
Barsol Pisco, and this comes from Peru.
What's the price on something like that?
It wasn't much. I fucking should have known that, right?
You should have.
Do you want to Google that real quick? Can you Google that and see how much this is?
Yeah.
I saved the receipts, but I never remember to like look at them. Sure.
Probably $40.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably like $20, $25, $30, something like that.
What's the proof on this one?
So this is 41.3% alcohol.
All right.
And it's weird because all the ones that I saw were that standard proof, but that's a very obscure kind of number, right?
What was the proof again?
41.3% alcohol, so 82.
82. Well, honestly, so the Peruvian one, which is this one, right?
Yeah.
It says it has to be between 76 and 96 proof, which is also a weird range.
Yeah, it's
right?
very obscure numbers.
Yeah.
Did you see that price on there?
Yeah, it runs around 40.
They make multiple expressions, and I think, I'll get into it here, but I think they're all 41.3% alcohol.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. So Pisco is a clear or lightly amber-colored grape brandy, and the quote-unquote controversy kind of really just comes back to the origination. Peru says they invented it. Chile also says they invented it.
Brandy's usually like brown in color.
Well,
They are.
they're brown because they're aged in oak.
Oh,
So that
okay,
oak barrel will impart a lot of flavor and color.
Okay.
It basically wood just turns it brown. When it's not oak aged, then it's usually clear because it's
So Peruvian can't be amber, or it won't be
Right.
dark because
Yeah.
it's not aged in oak.
yeah.
The Chilean can be aged in oak.
Yeah. So there are some differences there. Peru, they have a port called Pisco, I believe. And I think the general consensus is that's kind of where it originated. Chile actually named a town Pisco Elqui in 1936 to try to say,
They're trying to get
it. Yeah, but Pisco was already like out by that time. So it's kind of funny. They go back and forth on like who actually invented it. And it's just kind of like, but each area has a pretty different kind of rendition of what makes their Pisco. Do you have more info on that?
Yeah. So Peruvian there, it's produced on the central and southern coast of Peru. The government regulates the limit of production to 5 areas.
Okay.
So Lima, Ica, Arequipa, Mocueca,
You pronounced all those amazingly.
and Tacna.
Yep, that's right.
That's exactly right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So this one from Peru has to be transparent, colorless with particles in suspension and distilled only once.
With particles in suspension.
Which is kind of like NCF when we think of bourbon.
right.
So
I did not
non-chill
actually
filtered.
see that. Okay.
That's why I'm the research guy.
So they said it has like, and
I
maybe
don't know if it has to be, but it
Okay.
says it made a point of that.
yeah.
So
But that would insinuate that they're really hammering home the single distillation aspect of it, because the multiple distillation is what kind of gets everything out. So if there's shit in it.
Well, and also like your chill filtration, like with bourbon. So it kind of like spins out like everything or freezes it out, all the particles, whatever, particulates. Yeah. But usually with bourbon, you think of more flavor, a thicker mouthfeel, like just better overall if it's not chill filtered.
Yep.
This one kind of smells like tequila a little bit on the nose to me.
Wait,
It actually does.
What is the fruit in this? Like
some kind of grapes.
It's supposed to be grape brandy. So the Peruvian Pisco can be made with one of 8 different varieties. I don't know what they all are, but
I didn't look it up either.
Yeah, they're categorized by their aroma. What does this say? Puro Quebranta? I can't remember.
So speaking of Puro, there's actually 3 different types.
Right.
So the first one is Puro. It's made from a single grape varietal. So whatever, if we figure out what this one's made from.
So that's probably what that is, Puro Quebranta. That's probably the variety. Yeah.
Exactly. The next one is Achelado. Okay. That is a blend of more than one grape variety. So it could be 3, it could be 18, I guess.
Right.
And then the last one is Mosto Verde.
Yeah.
It is defined by residual sugar produced from must, so grape must that aren't fully fermented. So the sugar is more present in those.
Sweeter.
Tends to be more expensive. It uses almost twice as many grapes, and it is typically consumed straight on that one.
And
so
that's
the
the Peruvian side.
Yeah, correct.
On the Chilean side, they have different categories. It can be made with up to 14 varieties of different grapes, Muscat being the most predominant. You know, we've had Muscat wine before.
Oh, yeah,
it's usually
sweet.
pretty sweet. Yep, exactly right. Multiple distillations are allowed, like Jason said. You can add water. So they're a little bit more kind of like free with their restrictions on it, whereas Peru is like very strict. Chile has categories corriente or tradicional, which is between 30 and 35% alcohol, especial, which is 35 to 40% alcohol, reservado, which is 40%, and then gran pisco, which is 43%. And I guess that's kind of like the higher tiers. So that's how they differ more or less. Peru is super strict. Chile is a little bit more lax in the regulations, but it's all grape brandy, distilled grapes, and just it's however they make it. It determines.
Is one considered to be better than the other?
I think there's not necessarily one that's better, but the top one, that Mostro Verde or whatever, is the
Mosto
best
Verde
one.
for Peru, and then for Chile would be the Gran Pisco.
Okay.
Now this one here I did look up though. So Puro,
Quebranta.
that's the type of grapes.
Right.
Yeah. So sorry.
I would say I don't not heard of
it
that.
is on the back. Yeah.
I knew that all along. I
Yeah,
was just
sure
testing
you
you,
did.
so
Sure you
I'm
did.
glad you
So
came
this
through.
is Peruvian?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think? Did you try it?
Well, it sounds really cool.
But you're like, I refuse to drink it.
I'm happy to try it.
The smell of it is not the taste. Like it smells like tequila to me a little bit.
It does.
It really does.
That's kind of why I was like, what's the fruit? Because
There's
I
like
could
a little
I could
fruity
taste something fruity.
ester, but
It is strange. It is more agave.
Yeah.
So
It's very strong.
it's very clean.
Me. Mm-hmm.
It does taste kind of potent. I'm working on a mean hangover, so maybe that's why it tastes stronger to me. But it's very clean. Like I can kind of get some vinous notes in there, but not many. I wouldn't say this is
I get
vodka,
sweetness. I mean, I wouldn't say if you
little
made
bit,
me
but-
pick out grape. I mean, I guess I could guess brandy on it.
but yeah.
I think the difference on this too. So we're coming from, we've had a lot of bourbon on here, a lot of rum, stuff like that. So those are aged out. So when they're aged out, it blends some flavors together with them. It makes it more smooth.
Okay.
With this one, it's almost like you're straight shooting vodka or straight shooting tequila. So it's a
Yeah.
little more harsh. It's not too harsh, but it's definitely more harsh than like an aged bourbon or something.
If you guys didn't tell me this was brandy, I would have guessed tequila.
Yeah.
I'd almost be in the same boat. Like the taste isn't quite as agave forward as a really agave rich tequila, but yeah, it's weird to see a clear brandy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know that I ever have, honestly.
No. Yeah. What do you think of it?
I mean, I think it's fine. I wouldn't have multiple bottles at the house.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't drink this straight necessarily, but I don't think it's necessarily meant to be drank straight. I
No.
would like to see a drink with it.
Yeah.
So we did the spill on Metaxa not too long ago, and that was a brandy derivative also, right?
I think so.
That was great. That had it's still down here. That one had a lot more like body, a lot more flavor, just a more complex profile. Like that hit a lot of notes to be drank by itself.
But it's aged. I'm looking at the
It
back
is
of it
also
right
aged,
here.
yeah. But just like by definition of the product,
Yeah.
if I were to put brandy derivatives next to each other, I'd put Metoxit higher. I'm not saying this is bad, but the thing with Pisco is apparently the Pisco Sour is
I've heard
really
that. I've heard
big.
that a lot.
So that's how I guess that's how a lot of people drink it.
Is that a cocktail?
It is a
The
cocktail.
Pisco Sour?
The Pisco Sour is, oh God.
Got egg whites.
It's got an egg white in it.
Yeah.
I don't even remember writing that.
So
I had
this
to double check to make sure I wrote that down right. Yeah.
a lot of whiskey sours will.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's true. And egg white acts as an emulsifier, if you recall our spill about cream liqueurs.
What if you don't recall that spill?
then facts are optional. We make up all this shit anyway.
Wait, what's the other ingredients?
I actually don't.
he
I
just
don't
gave
have,
us one.
I
Oh,
actually
that's
don't
all?
have the recipe
got an
right
egg
now.
white.
I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
an idiot here. There's the. I don't know why I didn't write so that is the most popular one, but I assume it's some sort of like
Pisco
sweet and sour
sour.
mix,
Okay.
and then egg white. The Chilcano is another popular one. It's Pisco ginger ale and lime juice. That's a Peruvian.
Oh,
that's
I would
popular.
totally drink that.
Something like that. I think that would be great with this. I think this is a better mixer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then-
It's crazy too, man. I don't know how we could find out a recipe on this. There's not like we have the internet. And
What's
palm
the
of our hand. So you get one and a half ounces of Pisco.
Okay.
1 egg white, 1 ounce lemon juice, and then 3/4 ounce simple syrup. It actually looks like pretty awesome.
You know what? We'll do it later
look at
on.
that.
We'll do a quick shot.
Looks like a margarita.
Oh, that looks really good.
I don't know if you can see it from a phone on there, but it looks like a margarita.
Let's do a quick shot. I've been
Yeah,
wanting to do more
actually,
cocktails
good
and quick
idea.
shots anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do a Pisco Sour.
All right.
And we'll give it a shot.
So would you buy it again?
No.
Fair.
I gotta be honest.
I'm gonna say no until I can taste it in the Pisco
Right,
Sour.
yeah, we'll try it. It's like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No.
It's just there's not enough depth there for me to appreciate it as it is. I could think of 5 other things, just walking through a liquor store, I'd probably buy it before this. But
Agreed.
let's try the sour. Let's try and see if that's good. Maybe we'll do a Chilcano
It'd be
also.
awesome if we ended up loving it in a
Yeah.
cocktail.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We did, remember the quick shot we did of the spicy dill pickle
do.
vodka?
Yeah.
Fucking hated that thing. You know what? We have a 750 milliliter bottle now.
Oh, I
because
love
we
that.
put it in our Bloody Marys and it's amazing.
And a
I
Micheladas.
bet it is
Yeah,
good.
so I'll renege. I'll say I'm wrong, but as it stands, it's fine for what it is. It's not super expensive, but I mean, it's a cool piece of history. We'll try it in a cocktail.
What
and
about
see
you,
we think.
Kendra? Same thing?
I would not buy it again, no.
Until we try it in a cocktail.
Until we try it in a cocktail, yeah. I will also try it with some ginger ale and lime. No, that's my go-to with
Oh, that's
vodka.
pretty, I bet that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for checking us out. If you enjoyed it, then share it. If you didn't, then get the fuck out of here. For more Arsenic Culture, you can check us out on all the socials. We are at Arsenic Culture,
Like and subscribe on YouTube.
and we'll see you on the next one.